Paris Jackson was seen looking somber in
controversial patriarch
Why Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris, won't stop till she gets enough from his estate. When Michael Jackson died in 2009, his fairly straightforward 5-page will left everything he owned to a family trust, an estate planning technique for giving away property that allows for privacy. The trust benefits Jackson's 3 children and his mother, but nearly 2 decades later, Jackson's estate, now worth an estimated $2 billion, still hasn't been fully distributed to the trust.
27-year-old daughter, Paris, who says the film is
on several portions of Paris's petition under California.
The most recent of many legal skirmishes to come to the public's attention involves Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter. She is asking a court to take a closer look at how the pop icon's estate is being handled by its executors, the people responsible for managing it. Paris Jackson has accused executors John Branca and John McClane of paying themselves and the estate's lawyers too much, and for leaving $464 million owned by the estate uninvested.
The executors to submit responded strongly, saying, "This order is limited
of his life, including allegations of child."
If that's true, it would mean there is less money than there should be left over for her and her father's other heirs. Branca is an entertainment lawyer, and McClane is a music executive. Both were selected by Michael Jackson and named as executors in his will. They have repeatedly disputed Paris Jackson's allegations and asserted that Paris has received at least $65 million in payouts from the estate.
Paris Jackson was seen looking somber in
controversial patriarch Joe Jackson in the film.
Team described the payouts as
Paris Jackson also has accused Branca of misusing his position as producer of Michael, an upcoming Michael Jackson biopic reportedly financed by Jackson's estate, to cast an A-list celebrity, Miles Teller, to play the role of Branca himself in the film. According to Paris, the casting choice was costly and unlikely to increase box office revenue. Paris Jackson has also stated that the $150 million film is a botched production.
27-year-old daughter, Paris, who says the film is
on several portions of Paris's petition under California.
of the Jackson estate.
The executors have responded by arguing that the application of their expertise to other productions about the singer has already provided a huge payoff to the estate. The executors also recently won a court battle against Paris Jackson that ended with a judge ordering her to pay their attorney's fees in a related dispute. As law professors who study the transfer of property after death, we find that when disputes over inherited wealth become national news,
The executors to submit responded strongly, saying, "This order is limited
of his life, including allegations.
they are often difficult to understand because this type of legal process is obscure and most people never interact directly with the probate court system. This case illustrates what happens to property after death, even if the dispute is unusual due to the unique assets involved. What happens to property after death? When someone dies, whether or not they're a celebrity, any property they owned usually goes through a legal process called probate.
seen looking somber in
Controversial patriarch Joe Jackson in the film.
Team described the payouts as lavish.
Probate is a court process that's designed to notify everyone who may have an interest in the estate and to make sure that all property the dead person owned is handled properly. The court oversees the collection of assets, the payment of debts and taxes, and the distribution of any remaining assets to heirs. This process can be completed in roughly 1 year for typical estates that do not contain unusual assets or erupt into litigation. But when the estate is large, complicated, or disputed, probate can last for years or decades.
Paris's petition under California
Of the Jackson estate, the co-executors, they are actually
and gratuities were given to 3 law
One of us, Reed Weisbord, co-authored a study of probate cases in San Francisco and found that the average estate remains open for a year and a half, and hotly contested and complex cases tended to linger in the system for 2 years or longer. In one of the most extreme examples, resolving probate disputes over the estate of actress and model Marilyn Monroe took more than 40 years after her 1962 death. That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
significant red flags, and Paris will continue working to
the set of a movie I had 0% involvement in.